In the US today, the vast majority of teenagers, or 95%, use social media as their primary form of communication. This leaves students who do not use social media to feel like social rejects. This has opened up the door for cyberbullying to come into the lives of many of our young men and women. According to Merriam-Webster, cyberbullying is defined as the electronic posting of mean-spirited messages about a person, such as a student, often done anonymously. Cyberbullying is a very real threat to you and your loved ones, as one study at Arizona State found that between 20 to 40% of teenagers have had cyberbullying happen to them throughout their use of social media. Unfortunately, because cyberbullying is such a widespread thing, it has become normalized to our students that use social media daily, and they don't understand the emotional impact that they are doing to others, or possibly that's being done to them. In one study done by Therese Nixon, a professor at Penn State, cyberbullying was found to greatly increase the likelihood of depression, anxiety, suicidal tendencies, and stress. Teens can experience cyberbullying to a whole host of methods, such as comments under their posts, direct messages sent directly to them, texts, or even emails can be used to spread cyberbullying. I believe that since kids feel like social media is a necessary part of their life, we cannot get kids off of social media. So instead, we should help monitor their use of social media and educate them on the dangers of cyberbullying. First, I will talk about the negative effects that can come from cyberbullying, and then I'll talk about how we can better protect our kids from cyberbullying. I'll first start with the negative consequences of cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is one of the main forms of bullying that children experience today, because then again, 30% of students today have been cyberbullied in the past. One book I read, Cyberbullying, taught parents that some of the symptoms of cyberbullying include fears of going to school, issues with their self-esteem, and withdrawing from social activities that they normally enjoy. Even though cyberbullying is virtual, the effects are very, very, very real, as between 1 in 30 to 1 in 20 students have had suicidal thoughts or even made attempts on their own lives due to cyberbullying. Not only does it cause internal problems, but cyberbullying can also cause external problems, such as aggression, risk-taking behaviors, and even criminal activities. The same Penn State study that I mentioned earlier also found that students that have been bullied in the past are more likely to bully in the future, which can make their symptoms worse and only add to the fire that is cyberbullying. Now that I've outlined the potential dangers and symptoms of cyberbullying, I will address ways to address it. The book Cyberbullying outlines methods bullies use to attack their victims. The first way that cyberbullying is often enacted is by posting mean things on publicly, such as on their story or through posts that are meant to humiliate or hurt the person. And the other way is by obtaining private information through fake friends or through acting like they're the person's friend. And this personal information can be personal photos, personal DMs, or personal videos, and posting it publicly, again, to humiliate or harm that person. If you notice some of the symptoms of cyberbullying in your teen, you should immediately open up a dialogue with them. Cyberbullying.org has a wonderful guide that I use as my main reference for this. The first step that they recommended is to talk with your teen about what is happening and make sure to support them and let them know that cyberbullying is a very serious and real issue. The next thing you should do is to report the bullying to whatever social media platform they were using, and if possible, report it to the school. Lastly, you should know that teens are loved and reassure them in their comment sections whenever they post. In conclusion, I have argued for why it is imperative for parents to monitor their teens' social media to protect them from cyberbullying. I explained the disastrous consequences of cyberbullying, and I told parents ways that they can help address it. It is important for all parents to be aware of the danger that cyberbullying is to their young teens. I urge you strongly to talk to your teen today to help see if they've been cyberbullied, or to just open up the dialogue to let your teen know that you can talk to them. Because nobody wants to be the parent where it's too late and your teen has already taken their own life or has to go to therapy because of the danger that's happened to them. It is perfectly okay for your teen to use social media to socialize and to talk with their friends, but you really need to take cyberbullying seriously, and you need to explain to them how serious cyberbullying is. This brings my time with you today to an end. I'd like to thank you for your time. Goodbye.